you've noticed or not recently, but apparently with YouTube there's been a whole bunch of stuff regarding money and ads and all that fun stuff. Now this doesn't really affect me, and frankly I wouldn't care if it did, because first of all, I'm not living off of YouTube. Did you just say living off of YouTube? Yeah, people do that. I mean, it's kind of some people's jobs. Why should they live off of YouTube? Isn't it supposed to just be fun and a hobby? This is my point. It's affecting a lot of the bigger YouTubers because they're living off of YouTube. It's their job. So being that YouTube is some people's jobs, I completely understand when YouTubers that, you know, rely off of this stuff to live on get upset when ads and views and all that stuff changes. I don't want this to be a controversial thing, but if you're one of the people who get mad at YouTubers when they say stuff about, you know, money going down and you're like, oh my god, you're just greedy, you don't care about your fans, have you tried thinking on their part? There is a huge difference between being greedy and wanting to get paid for your job. That's the thing, I think people are kind of taking the whole I'm upset about money thing as more of a they're being greedy, and I personally don't think that's what it is. When it comes to YouTube and talking about them in the press, it's always about money. Money, money, money. How much this YouTuber makes, how much PewDiePie makes, how much Dan and Phil make, how much Shane Dawson makes. It's always about how much they make. It's not about what they're doing. So I think that's kind of why a lot of people interpret it as greed. Because if you're gonna post a video and you have, say, 50,000 subscribers and you get pretty good views on your videos, and you're talking about, you know, money and all that stuff, people are gonna be like, well, you're just greedy. You don't care about your fans. You're discontinuing the series because it's not getting enough views. This reminds me of a situation that happened a little bit ago, and it's probably still going on, I don't know, I just kind of blocked the drama out. Octopimp, he's the one who does 50% off and all the anime stuff, and he's talked about before how he quit his old job so he could do YouTube full time. So when later on he announced that 50% off wasn't gonna go past season 1, people freaked out. They were saying he didn't care about his fans, that he was just doing it for the money and blah blah blah, and personally I think I'm pretty good at reading people, and when I see Alex, also known as Octopimp, I think he's a pretty sincere guy. He does live streams almost every single day on Twitch, and he also goes to cons all the time to meet people, and then people have the nerve to turn around and say he doesn't care about his fans because he's ending 50% off. I have seen the work that goes into 50% off. That is so time consuming. Do you know how much time a bridge series takes up? Like, that is a lot of work. I applaud anyone who makes a bridge series because those are kudos to you, man. So when people were getting mad at him for not going past season 1 with 50% off because it wasn't getting enough views, I completely understand where he's coming from. Try and think of it like this. Say I work at a pharmacy and I go to work every single day and I put in all the effort that I can to, you know, do my best at my job. And of course people are gonna expect me to do my job. If I don't, then people could get hurt because, you know, I'm not getting the medicine all together or whatever. I'm allowed to get upset if I'm doing my job and not getting paid for it. And sure, on YouTube with views, you're gonna get a little bit of money with some views, but you're not gonna get as much as you used to. And if you have to rely on how much you used to get for how you're gonna, you know, live off of it, then you probably have a problem. And then it comes right back around to these YouTubers getting part-time jobs and then people complaining at them for not posting enough. Well, if you're not gonna be able to live off of YouTube, then you can't do it full-time. You're gonna have to rely on something else. And if the other thing is gonna get in the way a little bit, then you're gonna have to cut back on some. Another example is with Shane Dawson. Say him, for example, he posted on Snapchat a few days ago that he might have to stop doing scary videos because YouTube is, you know, taking off all the ads and stuff. You can tell how much he loves making those videos. I love watching them, but as much as it sucks, if he's not gonna get paid for that, once again, he's not getting paid for the job he is doing, which he should be getting paid for it. Especially with Shane Dawson. He does like the food eating videos and the hack stuff and buying weird stuff online, all that stuff. He takes the money he makes from YouTube and puts it right back into YouTube. People think because a lot of people do YouTube as a hobby that people can't do it for jobs or whatever and they shouldn't be getting paid this much. But I really think that YouTubers deserve the credibility that they get because there are so many great people and underrated people that put so much work and so much effort into their videos and they don't really get the appreciation that, you know, they should have. And that kind of sucks because if you are able to get paid for doing something and you love doing it and people love watching you do it, then I don't think that there's I think there's literally nothing wrong with getting paid for doing something that you love. Basically, my point is know that there's a difference between greed and wanting to get paid for your job, and also support small YouTubers. Just throwing that in there. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you agree with any of this. And if you would like to see more videos like this from me, possibly more likely not talking about money because it's a touchy subject, then please go ahead and make sure to subscribe because I make new videos every single Thursday. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day and I will see you next week. Bye guys!